Greetings, this is Dani from Cradle of Filth, and you're now watching Heavymetal.dk. Our tour's going famously. Yeah, it's brilliant. I think we're on day 35 today. Gig 35, so about day 42. We've got, including this one, 7 more. Finishes in Israel. Then we've got 6 days off, and then we've got another 8 weeks away. So quite busy. We do a lot of sightseeing when we can. Netflix, getting ready, moving one travelling bomb site to another. That's pretty much what it is. Washing. Football. We occasionally play football. Very occasionally. Listen to music.
What normal people do.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't go that far. They seem to be liking it a lot, yeah. The tour's been very successful, been a lot of good reactions from press and fans alike. So yeah, it's all good. No, they're from all over the place. But we are, the next port of call after our short break is South America, and they're quite radical down there. Generally, you know, and generally. Oh God, lots of unusual gifts all the time. Really cool ones actually. Sometimes. I guess one of the most unusual ones would be someone gave me their prosthetic leg to sign in Australia for you know, and he obviously gave it back, and then later on during the show he came sailing through the air and landed on the stage, so we just took it back with us.
Wait, you kept it?
Yeah, well, we kept it until we couldn't keep it anymore. Well, this year we're actually planning to, and it's been done thus far. I mean, it's actually been undertaken, but we're re-releasing the album, but it's been remixed, or it has been remixed and remastered from the original tapes. There's a little bit of keyboards to add in because, strangely enough, some of the keyboards were played straight into the mastering, so we didn't have records of those on tape. Other than that, it's all done. I think it's going to come out in the fall, in autumn. But that's the album plus the cover of Iron Maiden, Tell Me Their Name, but it sounds fantastic. And I mean, it was a real tightrope to walk between retaining the atmosphere and obviously improving the quality and the production. Well, all of them. It's like choosing between children, isn't it? Saying, oh, she's my favourite or he's my favourite. It's a little bit wrong.
We won't tell the others.
No, okay. Well, it's probably Cruelty and the Beast just because it was a groundbreaking album for us. It was, you know, our first dip into the waters of doing a story. So it was quite monumental. And they were, you know, real madcap times back then. So yeah, a lot of fun.
It was what, mad?
Madcap. It means, you know, mayhemic. I don't think it's coming anymore. Maybe because maybe some of it, some strains of it, like the Black Days thing, and some of the more symphonic elements of it are becoming more the norm. But that's because they're crossing over into more normal territories. I would say it's, you know, there was a peak at some point when it was being reported on in, you know, national newspapers and what have you, and you know, it curried favour with the press because it was unusual and it was, you know, as I said, madcap. I don't know. I like the whole premise behind Cradle was to get as successful as possible, but not at the by selling out or anything like that. But we were quite comfortable with spearheading that. We didn't really mind it. It threw up a lot of really interesting opportunities, films, TV, and just appearing in weird things like game shows and stuff. And you can't argue with that. I mean, it was really good fun. So yeah, I mean, I'm not averse to a little publicity, as long as it's not courted in a in a really fickle way where it's all sort of set up. I prefer things to be organic and natural. Possibly, but I think that's like a dwindling gene pool. I think it was just a radically small amount of people at one point or another, and as the scenes moved on and the years have swept by, I think it's just, that old adage has been buried a little bit. Probably is. There probably are still some people mad at us. Yeah, exactly. Well. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't have a second helicopter yet. I don't know. I think we've covered most of the bases we set out to do. I think it would just be nice to know that we progressed and got reached more people and carried on the course that we're on. Some of the things we could aim for probably would be a little bit ridiculous anyway.
Well, please elaborate.
Or a giant robot, I don't know, as a back of your stage prop that rips the roof off the venue and that, and then your helicopter comes in.
Second helicopter.
Yeah, if that's inoperable. If the first is inoperable, second. Well, aside from the aforementioned re-release of the Cruelty album, and the rest of the world tour, which goes South America, Canada, Japan, Australia, Jakarta, Philippines, and Malaysia, I think, or Indonesia, and then back to sunny old England. We're doing winter festivals, so I guess we're finishing putting the packaging together for the Cruelty release. We'll be doing some writing towards the next album at some point or another. Yeah, I think that's quite busy. Well, this is quite interesting. Fernando from Moonspell has taught me into going back and looking at my poetry book that I wrote years ago, and then didn't have the heart to put it out for some reason. There was always something else going on, and I just forgot about it. So I'm going to probably re-look at that, revamp that up, and see if I can get that released. Other than that, not a great deal really. Need my drive doing when I get home. Going to have that redone.
You what? Excuse me?
My drive, where you park your car.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Needs resurfacing.
The life of a rock star.
Oh, yeah, the excitement never ends. And yeah, we'll just thank you for coming out, if you have, or watching this in fact. But anything in support of Cradle of Filth is much appreciated. I hope people really enjoyed the last album, Cryptoriana, The Seductionist of Decay, and that you bought it and didn't download it illegally, because that's bad. And then, yeah, just the news that we'll be re-releasing Cruelty and the Beast later in the year.